Getting down to the end of the elms. Here's one that I've been working for a few seasons. Made my mistakes over the years. Some wire scarring here, wire scarring here, wire scarring there, but seems to be growing out of those scars pretty well. So I need that branch to bulk up. Don't need that little twig poking you in the eye, so we can eliminate that little twig. Got a little dieback where I made some cuts. This area really doesn't need to thicken very much. Don't need those little adventitious guys. Hopefully the growth here will help to eliminate the wire scarring. This one's pretty good. Just nip him back, work on the ramification. This one's shooting straight down, don't need. So, got a little adventitious one there I'm going to hang on to. Going to hang on to this one. So the question is, what do I do with the apex? It's kind of clunky. So, take them back a little bit. Again, I have to stay on top of him. Make sure that I don't let the apex overwhelm the bottom of the tree. So now do a lap around the roots, looking for weeds and insect issues. Nothing particularly interesting or exciting yet. Some grasses, some arenaria, some oxalis. Really not that bad at all. I'm enjoying the roots on this tree. Got a lot of fun things going on. So every now and then I start to get my act together and make a tree that isn't wire scarred beyond belief and has a decent line to him. I'm tempted to do something with that scar there. I'm tempted to dig that out to help it with healing over. But we'll save that for another day and maybe another video. I gotta find all my carving tools. Alright, so the surface looking pretty good. Not seeing too much really going wrong here. What is this? Another root from the elm. So now we'll flip them up. Take a look. There's no need to root prune this guy at all. Got two little stragglers. Some sow bugs hiding in there. We'll fill that hollow. I think I have another year before I have to worry about doing a serious root pruning on this tree. Just get a little nip. Fluff up the soil, get rid of those sow bugs. I'll have to go find something else to eat. I know they're supposed to enjoy dead vegetation. And it's not like I'm short on dead vegetation around here, so they should have no problem finding things to eat. Just don't need them making a home. Alright, so mound of soil in in the center. A little Super Thrive on the roots. Push it down on the mound. Spread out the soil underneath. Then I'll look for gaps around the edge. Chop stack that in. Chop stack. Chopstick. No liquid fertilizer until the light levels return. If this were a heavy root pruning, I'd tell you not to liquid fertilize until 4 weeks after, but I barely cut any roots, so I'm not worried about liquid fertilizing because of root pruning. I'm worried about liquid feeding because it'll promote vigorous leggy growth when there's low light levels. So here's some Osmocote, which should only release when the moisture and the temperature is appropriate. The microbes in the soil that are going to convert your fertilizer that's used into something usable by the tree don't wake up until the soil temperature hits about 50 degrees, and that's the same time that insects start to wake up, and it's the same time that your roots start to wake up. So I'm shooting for 50 degrees to keep the roots moving, but under 60 so that I don't have a lot of top growth in these lower light levels. It's still the middle of February, and between the greenhouse plastic filtering out some of the light and the lower light levels outdoors, I want to keep these as dormant as possible before the warm weather and the light levels return, and I can move it to a spot outside, or probably keep him in the greenhouse. I haven't taken him out of the greenhouse in a few seasons. Just directing these little twigs, and we'll see how it behaves. I promise we'll come back and visit him in a couple months so you can see how he's progressed. So do the like, subscribe thing if you're into it. If not, tell your friends anyway, and go play with your trees.